effort and work that people put in, because
it's one of the highest leverage.
It's the leverage is
ever.
unbelievable,
yeah,
dude.
really
You could be a VA on a Discord server and be absolutely loving your job, making money, getting alpha, getting calls, getting integrated with communities, getting exposed to new projects. The upside is so great when the time is right. Now the time is right. I've been telling people, dude, get in the crypto space, start building, get involved, meet founders, understand the future trends. So a couple of the future trends are the enhancement of the Ethereum virtual machine. So basically building layer ones on top of Ethereum, because now Ethereum's kind of monolithic. It's kind of like your settlement layer. So you have like Monad and different projects that are in that ecosystem. They're absolutely going to skyrocket. I see Monad going to like $30 to $50 billion valuation. It's going to be absolutely nutty prediction, but that'll happen.
What do you think about the project?
It's top tier.
Why?
The founders, bro, they understand what people want in crypto. People want high frequency trading with no fees, with low fees. So they created an ecosystem where they can bundle all of that and then deploy it to your settlement layer. And now, instead of having everybody pay fucking $100 worth of ETH in order to have a transaction go through, now you create an experience that is actually nice. That's why Solana has become so popular.
Absolutely.
It's because it allows high frequency trading. And one of the founders of Solana was very specific. He said, we built this product specifically for people that want to trade, $5 on a specific trade, or $2 or $10. You can't do that on Ethereum. That's why Binance Smart Chain became popular, but Binance Smart Chain is centralized. Now Binance has like this government oversight. So that's kind of dwindling. The BUSD is no longer a thing. So now you have Solana taking over. Solana is absolutely crushing, not only because of Solana, but because they've done really good at building products around it, like the Phantom wallet, which is the best wallet that exists right now. You have Jupiter Exchange, which is kind of like your ability to trade in the best DeFi format possible. So now you see a lot of people that are making crypto relevant to what people actually want. The reason Robinhood was dope was because you could hop in there on your phone and in 10 minutes buy a stock.
Absolutely. User experience, which in crypto is so bad. But
it's getting better.
It's getting better.
It's getting super good.
On Solana. You said you had dinner with the founder of Jupiter, right? What do you think of the exchange? Do you think it's going to take over Uniswap? Do you think it's just for other kind of people?
Yeah. Jupiter Exchange is going to absolutely demolish. I was talking with him about his future plans, and I can't go into it, but the vision is beyond just your traditional, hey, I'm going to be out here buying and selling shit coins. The dude wants to introduce foreign exchange remittance. He wants to basically put all tokenized assets on and inside through the Jupiter Exchange. NFTs, DEX, it's going to be a behemoth. Uniswap will not be able to compete. No chance.
There's another project we have to talk about.
Tell me.
You wrote, the e-com kids came into crypto and took over Web3 in 1 year. Stop fading the penguins. Obviously I had Luca on the podcast. I also had James Wu, who is one of the key investors during the bear market in the equity of Pudgy Penguin. We had Alex, who is an advisor, Alex Vanevic, the founder of CEO of Nansen, who is an advisor, mega Pudgy Penguin fan. I'm a big fan. You also said there is no second best. There is no second best. And when you meet the dude, like it's so obvious, right? And also, because most projects are shit, right? There's nothing behind it. So if there's one who is like, hey, let's build something, let's create actual revenue that is not crypto geek related, but it's real world related, it's going to make a massive difference. You and Luca share similar backgrounds also, kind of a difficult childhood, drop shipping, e-com, crypto, and you live in the same place, Miami.
I live in Puerto Rico. He told me he told me he told me to go to Miami, but he was one of the first guys to move to Miami before it was cool. I just decided to go a little bit more south for tax purposes.
Why are you so bullish on Pudgy Penguins?
I mean, I'm an equity shareholder in Pudgy. It was not an investment in the project. It was me betting on Luca. So Luca used to run a lot of e-commerce for a lot of top tier influencers out in LA. And he was, making multiple six figures every single day. And I was able to meet a couple of the influencers that he was interacting with, talk about their e-commerce, and eventually connected with Luca. We had in 2019, we had the DeFi summer. And then I remember in 2020, we were sitting in the Ritz-Carlton and we didn't know anything about Uniswap, right? So we were out here figuring out DeFi, shit coins, and we've been in the crypto journey since the beginning. It was February of 2021, I believe. My dates kind of get confused at this point. It's been so long. When PancakeSwap first hit $20. That's when I got. Is it my tattoo on this side or is it on the other side? Okay, yeah. So I got the PancakeSwap tattoo. Yeah, those motherfuckers, they blessed me. But we had gotten a house. We'd rented a house in Miami after the Ritz-Carlton. We bought our first NFTs there. And then we created a group chat called Crypto Island with guys from the Cayman Islands and just ballers in crypto. And we started talking about NFTs and shit like that before it kind of became hot. And Luca posted this photo of a Pudgy penguin. And he said one thing. He posted it. This is when it just launched. It was 0.1 ETH. He posted and he said, the Asian community is going to love this. And that was the thesis for him buying it. At that point, the entire crypto NFT bull run took place. Things went up, things went down. And then I get a message one day. I'm in Croatia. I get a message one day and I'm like, and it's Luca. He says, let's buy Pudgy. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I just put out a tweet, 750 ETH. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. I messaged Cole as well through one of my accounts. And long story short, thankfully, through one of the Capital Club members who helped us broker the deal, we got the deal. And Luca just spearheaded the project. So I gave him some cash.
So you bought Pudgy Penguin with him?
Yeah. I think I put in $500,000 out of the 2.5. And because there wasn't a lot of liquidity providers, and we went to a lot of founders of the top projects, and they didn't give a rat's ass about Luca. They didn't bet on this guy. But Luca has a background of taking IP that is undervalued and absolutely blowing it up. So tossed a little bit of coin there, said, Luca, take it. And he absolutely demolished it. But had the project gone to what I believe it's going to go to, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, or if it would have gone to zero, it didn't really make a difference to me. My bet was with Luca Nets, and I'll continue betting on him as an individual because, like you said, it's not the IP that matters necessarily. It's not just the NFTs. It's not even the community alone. It's the people that are carrying it, right? It's the individuals that are running the project. And when you have somebody that, once again, understands sales and understands marketing and distribution, which are the two keys, you win.
He said the exact same during the podcast. So before, when you said that, if you can have the best project, if you don't understand distribution and marketing and sales, it's not going to, he said the exact same, right? It was the absolute most important.
In the
and
background,
no one understands that in crypto, basically. It's like
because like I said, you can have a great product, but if nobody sees it, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
So the e-com kid came in and just absolutely took over, and it just made absolute sense.
Where do you think Pudgy is going?
100 ETH.
100 ETH.
Yeah. It's
this cycle?
The cycle. I mean, it's you can no longer value it as an NFT company.
Absolutely agree.
It'll compete with the likes of Hello Kitty. It'll compete with the likes of Mickey Mouse. It'll compete with the likes of the highest IPs in the world.
And you have the premium of crypto on the top, which is like all the speculation part. If you're like, because there's a bull run, there's NFT bull run. So we benefit in the good times from the actual premium, crypto premium, which is pretty amazing. Is there another crypto project or community that you're super bullish on? That's out there today, right? Not something like super private or...
Yeah, I mean, that's out there today. My four bets are very straightforward. Pudgy Penguins, Monad, and Jupiter Exchange. To me, those three are just absolutely leading fire horses. They're just going to trail the path for what it means to build high quality decentralized finance projects what it's going to be to rebuild on top of Ethereum a good user experience for Monad. And then Pudgy Penguins, like I talked about my predictions for 2024, Pudgy Penguins will not only flip Bored Ape Yacht Club, it'll make the acquisition of Artifact Studios look like a peanut when it's all said and done.
So in crypto, we have these crazy booms and busts, right? And when everything busts. Like 2022 was really bad. And so even for me, I was a big Luna holder. I had like 7 million that turned into $5 in 2 days. And so when something like that happens, and I have some friends, like one who had 250 mil turned into like probably $500. When things like that happen, I mean, obviously you feel fucking stupid and you start to wonder like, hey, like, was it all just luck? All my businesses, all my investing, all that. So you need to kind of feel the pain, right? But there is something that's really important when you're about to kind of like leave or abandon to understand. It's kind of the concept. John Adams said, every problem is an opportunity in disguise. You said every problem is an opportunity, and opportunity is there all the time. Can you give me an inspiring example of a moment in your life where you thought that things were over for you, but then you doubled down on working your ass off, and later on, in hindsight, realize that in pain and problems lie the biggest opportunities?
I remember when I was poor, in the pocket, not the mind, I went into a Walmart and I had to call my bank because my bank account had overdrafted by $16 in order to buy groceries. And it was the lowest time in my life because I felt ashamed that I couldn't even afford groceries. And at that time, I could have gotten a regular job. At that time, I could have said, fuck this shit, I'm going to quit. I could have said, oh, this is another person's fault. But I looked at that situation and I said, I never want to experience this ever again. And the first thing that I did was buy the book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. And I said, I'm going to learn about the markets. And ever since then, it's been an upside. And it was that situation that made me feel disgusted with my current living conditions that instead of complaining, led me to change. And, you know, I would be in the bus. I would take the bus for about an hour to work, and then I would take the train for about another hour. And every single day, just learning the basics of psychology of trading. I don't do technical analysis. I'm purely a value-based investor, and I bet on people, right? So if you look at my investment plays, it's me betting on people, dude. I don't take credit for anything. I don't take credit for any sort of investment that I make. I just bet on winning horses, and sometimes they play off. So I bet on CZ, I bet on Luca, I bet on Mark Zuckerberg, and they don't disappoint.
So in those really hard moments, it's how do you take the pain and turn it into fire in the belly, basically?
You don't have a choice, bro. When you're at the bottom, what do you have to lose? When you have nothing to lose, you have nothing to lose. How much? Like how many? You're gonna live 80 years of your life. How many years of that life are you gonna live broke? I want to experience wealth. I want to experience the good life. Now, I've already experienced this side of reality, the shitty stuff, having to eat ramen noodles, sleeping on couches, sleeping in my car, pressure washing basketball courts, cleaning toilets. I've done this shit. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. I experienced it. I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful that life gave me the opportunity to learn these things. But it doesn't mean that that's what I want to live for the rest of my life. So it's not, oh, me, poor me, dude. My life has been just blessings on blessings on blessings. I'm glad I wasn't born in some country in the middle of Africa or in the Congo where I have to mine lithium out of the ground, or that I'm getting bombed in the middle of nowhere because of my beliefs, or because the United States decided that they wanted to free my country, right? So just the fact that I have the opportunity to wake up, I'm healthy, it's a blessing. And I think that the fundamental shift is two things. One is a good attitude. Wherever you see productivity, you're going to see a person with a good attitude. And the second one is gratitude. being super grateful for what I have. When you're grateful, life is going to continue blessing you. When you're ungrateful, when you are selfish, when you are blaming others, when you're negative, pessimistic, life will simply project what you give it. So I wanted to be positive, and I always believed in myself, and it worked out.
And in those moments that are really hard, actually, that's when you kind of, because as you said, you don't have the choice. That's when you're actually the best, like the better version of yourself. Because I'm not sure about the expression in English, but in French, we say you basically
say it in French.
Le dos au mur. You have basically your back against the wall, right? Which means you have no other option. And so when you have no other option, because there is no other option, you make it work. And that's why I really encourage my friends who are like, hey, I have this job, but I want to start this company. Just take the leap. Because when you take the leap, you have no other option. Like as long as you keep your job and you have this money coming in, like you have the option, right, of failure. Whereas when you start, it's like, okay, now we always say take the leap and the net will appear. You have to build your plane while you're falling, right? Otherwise, you're going to crash on the floor. And it's really in those moments that the best shit happens. In those moments that you turn these really bad moments and where the opportunity, where the problem is an opportunity in disguise. It's exactly that.
And you know, I was talking with the former president, the son of the former president of Singapore, last name Ong, and obviously he comes from wealth. He comes from a family that has been able to really educate him. And he said every problem is an opportunity. And it's how you see the situation that determines the action that you're going to attach to it. Are you going to see a problem and be like, well, I can't change? Or are you going to see it and be like, I can do something about it? Where there's problems, there's profit. And where there's problems, there's business. And if you can identify that, you can make a whole lot of money.
We talk about business, making a lot of money. Obviously, we need to talk about women. Because you have really interesting takes on women. So the first question is, in relation to making money, are women a hindrance for men to become rich?
The wrong woman, yes. The right woman will empower you. She will fuel you, she will inspire you, and she will push you towards becoming a better version of yourself. I've only been with one woman my entire life. I'm still with her. I've been over 10 years. She was with me when I had nothing. She would drive me to work. I had no car. So when I started having things, or, you know, I got everything that I wanted and I became somebody, how could I let her go? You know, so she believed in me. She trusted me when I had nothing, and she valued me when I was poor and insignificant. And now that I've achieved some sort of success in some way, shape, or form, it's only fair that I bring her along for the journey. So my perspective is very simple. Find individuals that will empower you. And if you can find a partner that loves you for who you are, but also empowers you to become a better version of yourself, stick close to that person, be loyal, be honest, be kind, be authentic, and keep those people around, because there's not too many people in life that are gonna want the best for you. And if you can't find a good woman, if you can't find a good partner, it's usually a reflection of you, because you attract people. And if you attract poor people, well, it's most likely a condition of you. If you attract hoes, it's most likely a reflection of you. So if you need to, or you can't find somebody of high caliber, of high quality that polishes you, stay away from it. It's funny. I was going back to Meow. He was like, he was asking me today, he's like, should I be dating a ton of girls? I'm like, no, just like find one person that just empowers you and elevates you, and stick true to that individual. Now, it's different philosophies for different people. Anybody can do whatever they want. But for me, it worked out extremely well. And it all comes down, and I'm not married, but it all comes down by one thesis. There's a verse in the Bible that says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. not he that findeth a woman that has the potential to be a good wife, but he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and finds pleasure, or finds honor in the eyes of God. So you also begin to study